How can mine prove trust if yours stays hidden? I just don't understand. Even if it's about privacy, shouldn't we both be open? I showed you mine, isn't that enough?
If that felt uncomfortable, good. That's the point. Before I explain anything, let me show you why this works. AI animation story videos are quietly dominating social media right now. And when you actually study the accounts winning in this space, something weird shows up. There's a channel posting confrontational relationship shorts in this exact 2D animation format. No crazy visuals, no cinematic effects, no high production. They've only posted 18 videos total, and those 18 videos have pulled over 1 million views. Same format, same type of dialogue, same kind of tension you just watched. Now, most people say that there is no money on shorts. I have this channel that got over 33 million views on the past 28 days and has generated for me over $11,000. Yes, it requires more views to make more money, but with a good RPM like mine that is around 35 cents per 1,000 views, you can get good results. I have days that I have made almost $2,000 per day with just this one channel with shorts. Let me show you the currency so you can see that it's true. As you can see, the currency is in US dollar. Also, members of Scalable are showing me good results with YouTube Shorts too, like Rick here. Anyway, let me show you how to create that type of content I showed you on the beginning. If you start with the wrong kind of story, no amount of AI fixes it. However, the process after is quite similar to what top creators are doing. And to make this easier for you guys, I built out a prompting notion, link in description, to follow the proven system. Now, let's produce our first video. Step 1 is ideation, picking a topic that's similar to what's working. Grab the very first prompt inside the Notion and paste it into ChatGPT, and insert how many video topics you would like produced. The stories that work always have 3 things: a power imbalance, a boundary being crossed, and a decision moment. If you've tried making story shorts before and they felt shallow, this is usually what was missing. It's best if you get every little detail on what your video is going to be based on. The way I did this was prompting ChatGPT to be specific about the direction I was going with my video idea. Once you get all the information that you need, save it. It'll help you keep the next steps more dialed in. The video should be like a dialogue, not narration. If your dialogue sounds like narration or explanation, the short will die, even if the animation looks good. How we do this is heading back to the prompting Notion, copying the second prompt, which is the scripting prompt, and going back to ChatGPT and pasting it in alongside your video idea. Once the script is generated, we'll need to create the 2 characters that are introduced inside of that video. And for me, it's Alex and Maya. To create the prompts for our characters, the way we do this is heading back to the Notion and grabbing the third prompt, which is the character design prompting. Then go and paste that back into ChatGPT and click enter. This part feels cosmetic, but it directly affects whether people believe the argument feels real. Now, with this prompt, I made 2 different routes. One is an auto-generative route where you can just skip all the questions and personalizations of the character, which is faster. Or you can go through the process of building a more specific and personalized character. If you're going to use the same 2 characters across all of your videos, I suggest making sure you personalize your characters. But if you're going to alternate and there are new characters introduced per video, then go with the second route like I am. What I did is just proceeding and letting ChatGPT auto-randomize the characteristics of my characters. I wanted to try my best to replicate our competitor's visual style as well, so I prompted ChatGPT to keep the competitor's animated style locked. Then you'll get an animation prompt for each of your characters that we will use to generate them. To generate those characters, we'll be using Flow's Nano Banana Pro feature. This is just the most frictionless option I've found, both in cost and in performance. So if you're going to use Flow as well, then adjust the settings like I am, text to image as the feature, Nano Banana Pro as the generation model, and 9:16 as the aspect ratio. Then insert the first character image and generate, then do the next. Grab the next character prompt inside of ChatGPT and insert it into Flow. Adjust the settings like before and generate. Now here's what makes these videos actually go viral. People aren't watching animation, they're watching a confrontation unfold in real time. At this stage, we are looking for consistency, every scene aligning with the next. So, once our characters are locked in, we'll create our image prompts and generate them inside Flow. How we'll do this is, head back to the Notion prompt and grab the script to image prompt. We'll need around 8 to 12 image prompts, just enough so that we can hit the 40-second to 1-minute duration. Once you paste in the script to image prompt, Each prompt will generate us the appropriate image scene. We'll be using Flow's Nano Banana image generator for this. Head back to Flow and adjust your generation settings like we did previously. Text to image, Nano Banana Pro, 9:16 ratio. Also, input your character images as frames before generating. Then go back to ChatGPT, copy the first JSON, and paste it into Flow and generate. From here, it's a repeatable loop. Copy the next scene, JSON, paste it into Flow, generate, and move on. The way these prompts were constructed was purposeful to the fact that the next step is animation. So when we animate these images, the videos will look high quality and consistent. Once these images are locked, animating them becomes the easiest part. Nothing fancy is happening here, and that's why it works. This is where most people think the magic happens. But by now, the outcome has already been decided. Once all of your images have been generated, we'll begin to turn them into videos using Grok's image-to-video feature. The first step to this process is turning both the script and image prompts into actual Grok image-to-video optimized prompts. So let's head back over to the Notion and grabbing the final prompt, then pasting it into ChatGPT. Then go ahead and copy all of the JSON prompts and paste them into ChatGPT, and do the same with the generated script. Paste that in as well, then finally hit enter. Now ChatGPT will generate you 10 video animation prompts that we'll be using. Go ahead and grab that first prompt that ChatGPT gave you. Copy it and head to Grok AI. Once you're in Grok, make sure you activate this setting so that you can even use the image-to-video feature. Then inside Grok, go to Imagine, set the aspect ratio to 9:16, upload your first image, paste in the matching prompt, and click Generate. The process is going to be the same for the other 10 videos. Grab your second prompt and copy it, insert your second image into the starting frame, paste in your prompt, and hit Generate. Continue to do this until you get all of your videos. And of course, this does not cost anything at all, $0 per video. So of course you will need to regenerate. Sometimes things will look or sound inconsistent. That's the trade-off for zero cost in production. And if you're wondering how to keep quality high without slowly bleeding money on tools, that's exactly what we solve inside Creator OS. Budget-safe workflows, tool access, and decision-making so your cost per video stays near zero. First link in the description to check it out. Now that we have all of our visuals finalized, we need to edit everything together. The software that I will be using is CapCut. Feel free to use any editor you prefer. Once all of your visuals have been uploaded, insert them into the timeline and align the scenes correctly so that every scene flows into the following scene. Once everything is aligned, we'll generate our captions. To do that, go to Text, scroll down to Auto Captions, and click Generate. From there, style your captions accordingly. There are style templates that you can use, or you can create your own captions. Now that the visuals are finished, we'll end our editing process with completing our sounds. We just need to add a bit of background music to really tie everything together. So head over to the YouTube audio library and go through their audios. Find something that flows well with your video's vibe. I went with 2 different audios. For the starting scenes, I'm using Nocturne in C minor, and to end everything off, I'm using the song called Sweet from Cigarettes After SX. Then just upload it into the timeline, drop the decibels to around -10 to 20 or even more. And if need be, raise the decibels of your scenes so that the dialogue is well heard. And if everything is finished, give it a playthrough. Make sure everything sounds and looks good. And if it does, go ahead and hit export. So this was pretty decent. I managed to create this very quickly. All you need to do now is take action. And if you want to learn more about strategies, get the right tools, be surrounded with like-minded people who want to succeed on this and always want to help, then click the first link in the description. If not, I'll see you in the next video.